Hello, good morning to everyone. Welcome to GKRN online classes. I am your SST teacher, Amulya Mana, and we shall discuss or learn about our first chapter of history, the modern period, when, why, and how. Before we started this chapter, we should learn about the term of history. What is it meaning, or what is the meaning of history? As we already know in our previous classes that what is history? History is the continuous record of human progress. Okay, these are the true events with the proof or with the search, with the investigation. These events are written in a document. These events, these stories of our society, of human civilization, is called what? History. And history derived from which word? The Greek word historia, which means to search or investigation. If we want to know about our past history or past story, then we have to search about that things. So historia means, historia belong to Greek word, and it means what? To search or investigation. Okay. Then one more thing, who is called the father of history? Herodotus is called the father of history because Herodotus was the first person to wrote history in a proper way. So it will easy for us to know about our ancient civilization, our past life, culture, as well as our customs. Okay. So now coming to the point, coming to the chapter name, that is what? Modern period. Okay. So basically or generally, historians divided history into three categories or three types of history. That are what? First one is ancient history. Then second, medieval history. And third one is modern history. So these are the three types of history which are divided by its time periods. Which are divided by its time periods. Okay. So in this category, we'll discuss about in ancient history about the human civilization, how the human civilization was emerged in Earth. Okay, and how did they survive in this planet? Means the evolution of human being from ancient time to from modern history, from modern period. Now the second history or second time period history is called what? Medieval history. Here we can able to know about the what? Emperor's time or emperor period. Just like the Mughal period, who ruled over India, then Gupta dynasty. Okay, this type of history we are know about in that time period. Then about modern history. In modern history, we are able or we came to know about what? How did the Britishers came to India? Means this period, modern period, is also called as the what? Colonial period. Colonial period. So our topic is what? Modern period. Okay, modern period. So in this topic we will discuss about the modern time periods, about modern history. Got it? This history, how did it was started, where did it was started, and when did it was started. Got it? So why does the same period started different region or different places in different parts of the world or different time? Why does the same period, modern period, started in different places in different times? So every region, every places, as I have already told you that every places, every region, every things, every substance has its own history. Got it? So first we have to look when means modern period. When did it was started? It was started in 15th century. In 15th century. So modern period, when did it was started? In 15th century. Where did it was started? It was started in the continent of Europe. Okay, it was started in the continent of Europe. How did it was started? How did it was started means we are going in a what developing way. Day by day, rapidly, our life is changes in a different mode. So, from far beginning in ancient period, we are what we were travel or what suffer a lot in jungles. Okay, our life style was so much poor. Okay, in medieval period, we are in a Western period. We are in the what the kings and rulers. We don't have what liberty or fraternity or unity. We don't have didn't have what rights. In that period, we are in a what circle of residents of law. But in modern period, the Britishers or the superpowers were captured many other places of the world. They were dominated us. Okay, they were dominated us. So the modern period was started 15th century in Europe, but the modern period it was started in India in 18th century. 18th century. So look at the time gap of modern period which was what emerged in Europe and which was emerged in India. So my call is what? Why does the same period, the modern period, was started in different places in different times? Okay, it depends upon the what every history or every period has its own what characteristic or statistic. So every period has its own features and there is a what turning point in that period. Okay, so the turning period does not emerge in different places in same time. Got it? The turning period does not emerge or exist in different places at some time. That's why in 15th century the modern period was started in Europe and in 18th century the modern period was emerged in India. So in this chapter we will learn about the modern period of India, means the modern history of India. Modern history of India. So during what the modern period of India, okay, two major events were happened here. That's why the modern history, okay, the modern history of India was so much important for us. So what were the things which was happened during modern period? The first one was decline of Mughal Empire, okay, and another event was establishment of colonial British power. Okay. So these two events are carried out the modern history of India for us. It was so much important to us. We should know about the modern history of India, and these two historical events are the base, okay, were the foundation of our modern history, which are decline of Mughal Empire, after that the establishment of colonial rule or British power. So in India, okay, if we want to say in India, the modern period was started from 1750 to independent of India in 1947. Okay, so the modern period was started in India from 1750s to independence of India in 1957. Okay, this period is what a prominent period or important period in Indian history. Okay, then the Britishers were what occupied India and ruled over India over how many years? 200 years. Okay, even earlier many foreign merchants or foreign powers were also occupied India and they were settled down here. Okay, but the Britishers, they were what? Not settled down here. Okay, they took the or brought the wealth of India to her country. Okay, so in earlier period, many more countries, many more nations or superpowers, okay, they were traveled India for business purpose, and they were also occupied many territories, many regions, many places of India, okay, and settled down here. But the Britishers what did not settle down here. They occupied India, captured India, ruled over India, and brought the wealth of India to her country. Okay, instead they treated India as their father property, as their father or own property. Thus came to be ruled by the British for the what? They changed in the nature, they changed the nature or culture of India. Okay, because they took a lot of steps to change the what boundaries of India, territorial boundaries of India. Okay, then they applied many principles. Okay, they implemented many laws which were affected the life of Indian people as well as the culture of Indian people. So during the 200 years of British rule, many radical changes were occurred or were happened in our India. Okay, in earlier period, or you may recall about the European continent. In the beginning period, okay, European continent was also in backward classes. Okay, then two most historical changes or most important changes were took place in Europe. Okay, that are what one was Renaissance and another one is Industrial Revolution. As like what two historical event which was happened in Indian land. Okay, the fall of Mughal Empire or decline of Mughal Empire and the rise of colonial power of British rule. Just like that, two most important incident were happened in Europe continent also, and these events were takes or took a lot of radical changes also in Europe. So what was Renaissance and what was Industrial Revolution? Okay, this period in 18th or 15th century. Okay, Renaissance was raised at a Europe continent. So what was Renaissance? Renaissance was the term during Renaissance period many historical or cultural changes. Okay, so the cultural changes in the field of art, architecture, education. Okay, many changes or many developed changes were happened there. Okay, so that period term as or called as the Renaissance period of Europe. Okay, in that time, okay, in the cultural field, in the education field, in the field of education, art, architecture, culture, okay, in that field or in those field during this period there were vast change in this department. So these changes were occurred during Renaissance period. Okay, in earlier phase Europe was also a dominant territory, or you can say the backward territory. But after the time goes on, after the Renaissance, okay, many developed changes were happened in European lands. So that's why the culture, customs, okay, or you can say the education or the prosperous life or the suffer life, okay, of European people grown up through a this chance, and they were culturally developed, okay, educationally developed, as well as in the field of art, architecture and sculpture. They are the developed people, and the European continent coming to a developed nation. After that, the second event which was took Europe, okay, in high position, that was Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution. Okay, it was started in Europe in 18th century. The Industrial Revolution. Okay, so the revolution which was occurred or which was started in industrial field known as Industrial Revolution. It was started in England, and in the period of the time of Industrial Revolution, okay, many new machines were invented by the inventors. Many new machines were invented for the growth of industrial sector or factories sector. Many new factories were set up by the businessmen or grow more product, okay, to give facilities to the population. So many things or many new things were invented during Industrial Revolution. So culturally Europe now in present time, culturally Europe is a developed continent, or the European nations are the developed country because of these two events, Renaissance and Industrial Revolution, which was took place in Europe during 15th to 18th century. Okay. So the conquest of India by the Britishers. Okay, by the Britishers. Okay, they had ruled over India approximately 200 years, and took the Indian history to a high level. They will change the history of India totally. Okay. So in this year we will discuss about that how did they were come to India. Okay. In which purposes? How did they occupy the Indian territories? Okay. They defeated the Indian rulers. Okay. In this year we will discuss about all of this what incident in our book. Okay. Now move on to the next topic, that however the Britishers were conquered India or rule India. They defeated the emperors, rulers, kings of our India, but they didn't defeated the youth masses. They didn't defeated the feeling, the madness, the love for the nations, which have took place in the every Indian people of heart and also in mind. So they didn't able to, or they unable to defeat the young masses. Okay, through this young masses we gain freedom, we gain the what liberty. Okay, we able to get our right through this young masses. They were struggled a lot, and after that we Indian got what freedom from colonial rule, freedom from the Britishers. Okay, so now the topic, according to our book, the topic is what sources of information. What sources of information? Okay. The topic is what sources of information. If we want to know our previous story, previous or past life, okay, that we have to what depend upon some evidence, or you can say the proof. With the evidence basis, with the proof basis, okay, we can to know about our past life. For example, we don't see our grandfather or someone else in our family because they were died. Okay, if you wish to, or if we wish to know about her or his life story, then we should what investigate, or we should ask, we should search through our parents or any other family members to know about him or her. Just like that, to know about our past history, past event. Okay, we have to depend upon the sources, we have to depend upon an evidence, and this evidence or proof okay are known as what sources of information. These evidence proof are known as the sources which can through which we can able to know about our history or past life. So there are many sources or many evidence through we can gain knowledge, we can gain to know about our history or incident which was what occurred in our past life. So what are the sources through we can what get that information? Okay. Or one more thing, the sources are divided into two categories. Okay, the sources are divided into two categories. One is primary sources, then another is secondary sources. So the now point is, what are primary sources? What are primary sources? Okay. For example, the Konark Temple. Okay. The Puri Temple. Okay. These are the eyewitness or the monuments which are presently present in our art. Okay. What through these monuments or that temples we can able to know about how did the what rulers form the temple or built the temple, okay, who were the what artisans or laborers, okay, they established or built the temple. So this evidence, this proofs, okay, which are the eyewitness presently available in our surroundings, these are known as what? Primary sources. For example, the temples, the monuments, the architectures, then the inscriptions means the words which are written in the body of rock, okay, inscription, then old coins, these are the what hard things or the metals, okay, the buildings, the construction, these are the primary sources, categories in primary sources. After that, what are secondary sources? The secondary sources are the written document. Written document means the autobiographies of famous persons, okay, the Vedas, okay, the epic books, these are known as the secondary sources, okay, the books which were written by the foreign travelers who traveled India, okay. So in this topic we will discuss about some resources, okay, through which we are able to know about our modern Indian history. So sources basically divided into how many categories? Two categories: primary sources and secondary sources. In primary sources, the temples, the eyewitness which are presently available in our surrounding, these are known as primary sources. And the written books, the autobiography, the diaries of famous person, okay, the books of famous travelers who were visited India during modern period, okay, they had wrote many things about Indian society, Indian culture, the lifestyle of Indian people, okay. So in this topic, through many resources are responsible, or many resources what gave very important what information about modern history, okay. So let's see what are the sources which gave us the what important information about the modern time of India or modern period of Indian society. So many resources are what give important information about our modern society of India, okay. So the first or important resources among them resources is what? Archaeological resources. Archaeological resources. So, what are archaeological resources? The best example of archaeological resources are the civilization of Harappa and the Mohenjo-daro civilization. Okay, so the extraction of the things or substances which were what in depth of the earth. The archaeological department of India extract them and preserve them in museum. So we can able to what know about how the ancient people were lived. Okay, which things they were used in our life. Okay, what were their cultures? What were their means which type of dresses they were wore? Which type of utensils they were used? Okay, in means in which time they got the amusements, okay, what type of currency or coins the people were used, okay, these things extracted by the archaeological department of India, and these things are most important archaeological sources or resources, okay, sources which are help us to know about the life of Indian people during modern period. Okay, the next source is literary sources. literary sources. In the field of what? Literature, many books were written by famous authors. Okay, many books were written by the many type of author, philosophers. Okay, these written documents are known as literary sources, like the discovery of India. Okay, which was written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, so this some foreign travelers like Huan San. Okay, he also wrote a book named C.U. Okay, then Megasthenes, Phaeon, Alberoni. Okay, these foreign travelers came to India during modern period. They were also traveled in many places in India and observed the life of people. Okay, after they came back to their country, they had wrote many types of book. Okay, which was based on the life of Indian people, life of Indian society. Through this what or by these literary sources, by these written documents, okay, the present generation that we are, okay, we are very much or we are able to know our Indian culture, Indian society in modern period. Okay, many diaries, the newspaper of that time. Okay, what happened in that time. Okay, so this written document are known as the literary sources, the books written by famous person. Okay, the autobiographies or biographies of the famous people. Okay, the foreign story or travel story of many foreigners. These are known as the literary sources. In a single sentence, you can say that the written document or written books, okay, which were written by different authors. Okay, they were carried out the idea or they were carried out the history of that period. Okay, so the literary sources mean the written document, written books. Okay, which are very much helpful to us to know about our history of modern period. Then the third sources were what? Surveys of British. Surveys of the Britishers. Okay. Surveys of the Britishers. What are the resources? Listen. Before the Britishers ruled over India. Okay. It should be what compulsory to them that they had a clear or they wanted to gain a clear knowledge, clear idea about Indian society, Indian territory. Okay, so they were surveyed a lot about the territorial boundary of India, about the unity among the people of our country. Okay, were the population during that time? Okay, what was the lifestyle of the people? Got it? Say so they surveyed in different field of our Indian culture. Okay, they observe the life of people. Okay, they mapping the Indian territories. Okay, they started the census system in India. Okay, so they were able to know about what the lifestyle of people, how they were live, where they observe. So these surveys, okay, these surveys of Britishers, they created the records by these surveys. Okay, which was preserved or which was stored in the archive department or archive store. Okay, these surveys of the records are also the important sources to know about the modern history of India. Okay, after that, the official records. Okay, so according to our book, okay, two more sources are there. The fourth number sources are what? The official records. Okay, the official records means the policies, okay, means the laws then the instructions, then meetings, okay, they were held at periods. These official records were the important sources or important evidence or proof to know the history of modern India. Okay, basically this official record gave us the economic setup of Britishers in India. Economic as well as you can say the political setup of the Britishers in India. Okay. Then about the preserved resources. So what are preserved resources? The resources, okay, the things, the hard things which are preserved or stored in library as well as in museum. Okay. So what is library? The house which is full of books, many types of books which was written by different types of writers or different types of authors. Okay, so these books, the things, the coins, the like the weapons, okay, these things, books stored in library, and hard things, hard substance like the coins, inscription, then armory or weapons, okay, or you can say different type of things, okay, are things which are preserved in museum. So these are known as what? Preserved resources. Through the books or to read out the books we can know about our Indian society. Okay, what were the principles, regulations were what implemented or executed by the Britishers to what control the what Indian people. Okay, about the books, for many types of books which were based upon the cultural life of Indian people, the customs life of Indian people, the religious life of Indian people, the lifestyle of Indian people. Just like that, many old coins, okay, many old coins and many types of inscriptions, okay, many type of weapons which were used during war period, they are preserved in the museums. Okay, so through these books and through these museum things, okay, we can know about our what story or events or incident of India in past period, in modern period. So one more thing, okay, the Imperial Record Department. The Imperial Record Department, which was established in Calcutta when in 1891. Imperial Record Department means the library things of the books as well as the museum things, the weapons, coins, inscriptions. These things are what record or stored in this department. Okay, Imperial Record Department, which was set up in 1891 in Calcutta. Now it is situated in Delhi. Okay, so these are the resources which are what give much more information, much more proof, evidence. That's why we are able, okay, we can able to know about the cultural life of Indian people, the condition of Indian society, and how the Britishers dominate the Indian territory. Got it? So the chapter ends with this topic, sources of information. I hope you all are clear about or learn about this chapter very well. Okay, in our next classes we will discuss about from your what civics section, the first chapter of civics.